let's head over here because I want to talk about all the things you can do before the people come over to your house. So let's say you're hosting your brunch, okay?
Yes.
People are coming over and you're thinking, all right, that's a lot of work in terms of timing. What can I do ahead of time while no one's here and then just get it ready and done?
For some reason at my house, they don't come over for brunch, they're already there. It's those guests that didn't leave. You're like, oh no, right?
That's a good house party. Yes.
And if your house is like my house, they like bacon, they like potatoes, they like those things. So if you do a little bit of prep the day before, or the night before you go to sleep, then you can get that extra half an hour in the morning.
Good.
Not wake up freaking out.
I like that idea.
So what's very important in our household is crispy potatoes. This might sound kind of crazy because you're going backwards, but what you want to do is poach these. And we actually blanch them with salt, garlic, and a little bit of rosemary, and for maybe like 15 minutes, but you want to make them soft. You can kind of see they're just starting to fall apart.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea, because then when you fry them up in a little bit of olive oil and butter, you get this shatteringly crispness. And you see these little goodies in the pan here?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can actually hear them just kind of, dancing around. And those little things, I mean, the food and I have a strange relationship. I'm getting excited about this, right? But the little crumbs kind of like get on there and they get a little bit crispier, and then you just kind of like salt, and you do a little pepper, and then if you do run out because everyone's eating so many, the next batch only takes 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Finish off a little bit of chives, and then you know what? I mean, come on.
That's what you do.
That'll work.
Come on.
A little bit of cheese.
That'll work. That'll work. Keep going.
So this is the little cheat for your potatoes then.
Yes.
All right. What else you got?
The next one we have is bacon. I mean, you can never cook enough bacon. You have it on the stove top. It kind of gets a little bit aggressive in the pan.
You can only fit like, what, like 6 or 7 pieces in the pan, right?
And then it so shrinks down and that kind of stuff. It is a little difficult, right? So this way, what I want you to do is lay it out on a baking tray.
Okay.
Right? And then, when you're done, roll up your baking tray on the parchment and throw that in your fridge. Because this way you can get like 6, 7, 8, 10 of them in there. And then you fire them off, you bake it, and the next morning you just roll it out, and you got another one ready to go, right in the old bacon fat. It's like a conveyor belt of deliciousness.
That's really good.
Right?
Okay, what about our eggs?
So Trace, I know that you love cooking so much.
Everyone knows that.
And you're an expert at cracking eggs. Always get your scrambled eggs ready to go. So, gentlemen, show how to crack an egg. Let's see. Into the sieve, all right?
You can do the one hand or the two hand.
I want to see the one hand because I think it's important for Tracy to try to do two at once.
You can get fancy if you. Oh, really?
Because if you're gonna have people over and they're gonna see what's going on, you got to get down and you're like.
Okay.
And then you
go. Right. But hear me out. Let's say a little shell gets in there because the shell's gonna get in there. You just whisk it through, and then you have a nice, fine scrambled egg, and everything's fantastic, and the eggshell stays in the sieve. Right?
Okay,
ready to go for French toast, scrambles, whatever you need.
Okay, so you prepped that. You prepped that the night before.
The night before.
Perfect.
You know when you're having drinks at night, you're like everyone starts cracking eggs. It gets a little wild, you know. It gets wild around the house.
It's breakfast tomorrow.
Okay.
So, fruit. I always like to have an ample amount of fruit around for 2 reasons. Some people don't want to go the heavy route, so they can just grab a banana or a bit of watermelon or anything you want to do. Maybe later you'll see us get a little wild as our short order cook goes on. The plates get a little bit messy. There's nothing better than cleaning up the mess. So just try to throw some fruit on there and some berries and some mint. And everyone's like, wow, it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Right?
It looks like that took you forever.
It totally did. Yeah, I was right all night.
So you slice some of that stuff up beforehand. So that is ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Look gorgeous all the time.
And you know, there's always like the vegetarian around that just wants half a grapefruit. Here you go, fill your boots.
There you go.
Right? Everyone's happy, right?
Off to your modeling go-see. Off you go. Okay, how about over here?
Toast is my total pet peeve. I'm here to cook, I'm not here to toast. Right? So get your own bread, butter your own bread. It's not my job. Get the toaster and put it on the other side of the kitchen. And you call it the toast station. Guess what? Everyone's over there. They're toasting their stuff. And I know this kind of goes without saying, but if you're going to do that, you kind of have to buy the most expensive butter you possibly can find. And leave it at room temperature, because now the toast station is it's high end.
Yeah, that's right.
This is amazing, right?
It's very high.
I'm having a good time.
Okay, so everyone does their own toast. I think it's smart, and they're going to think you're being all classy. You're just being lazy. It's good.
Another word for it. Sure.
Yeah, do it yourself.
Efficient could be another word for it. Tracy, pretty sure you like efficient.
Yes.
And then always like have some things just kicking around that people can eat that are just kind of cold. So you got the yogurt and the granola.
Yep.
We got some smoked salmon, some prosciutto, some honey, and fresh squeezed juices are always essential, right?
That's
but once
fancy.
again, away from the kitchen. Get away from the cooks because they get angry when they have to get juice and toast and everything else and cook the eggs.
You really have to think about the spaces that people are going to be occupying. The zones, right? So, I mean, you're all restaurateurs. You've all done it. You have to think about traffic and where people are going to be. If they're all up in your space, you're not going to get anything done.
Well, you can really control that too. Like if you know that you need to get people out of a certain area, then you don't put food there. You put food somewhere else.
That's right.